trainer.
そうやな、この設備はようできとるけどもな、間の方はもう一つやな、これ。
Mr. Mishima likes the facilities very much, but are they your best horses?
No, they are.
Come on, girl. Let's go.
Mm. こいつはええ。わざわざここまで来たら買いあるよ。
Would he like to see any more?
もっとご覧になりますか？
いや、もうよう見た。そろそろ時間やろ、も
う。No, he's seen enough for now.
I'll run you back to the yard.
なあ、まあ今日見た中でこれ一番いいな、これか。
そうですね。
Tell those two to walk them back and then go and get some breakfast.
Right, Governor, here. What do you reckon?
I reckon she plays his cards pretty close to her chest.
Your filly.
Dangerous lady?
He was very impressed. Says he hasn't seen a better horse in any of the other yards we've looked at.
Really? Is that true?
I wouldn't know. To me, a horse is just something that fills the space between John Wayne's legs.
So, where does that leave us?
Mr. Mishima has one more trainer to see tomorrow, but I would say Arkenfield is definitely in contention.
Oh, what are you after? Cleanest yard in the country competition?
Just trying to create the right impression?
For Akira Mishima?
Who?
Don't give me that. Microchips.
What?
Mishima is chairman of the Yoritomo Corporation, the biggest silicon cruncher in Far East. And he's a racing fanatic.
Won the Japan Cup twice.
What do you want with you?
I train horses, James.
Oh, come off it. Japs aren't interested in Europe. Here. He hasn't offered you a job, has he? Over there?
Miss me, would you?
They wail, you know. Roar. You'd hate it.
No, he needs a new challenge. Like you, he fancies winning a classic or two. He's going to place half a dozen horses at a yard in this country.
Here?
Maybe.
I hope you remember where your priorities lie.
If you've come to see the lady in action, you're late.
Oh, not this morning.
Then what?
Bit of business. something that requires your immediate attention.
Sean Joyce?
The man himself.
You're kidding me.
According to Brandt, he's found a cult in Ireland that's the best thing since Pegasus.
And he wants me to take a look at it.
With me.
What about Arkenfield?
Joe will have to cope.
It's a big responsibility. And Joe's no spring chicken, you know.
An extra pair of hands wouldn't go amiss. You wouldn't happen to know of anyone, would you?
I'll be over first thing.
What time?
About 6.
Our flight, not his alarm call.
So you'll do it. You'll come.
For the chance to meet Sean Joyce, I'd walk to Ireland.
Good. Flight's at 9. Pick me up at 7.
Okay.
Francis, you want to watch yourself, you know. A misty hour can have a strange effect on some people. Something to do with the weather and all that blarney.
It doesn't take off until 9. We'll make it.
By the skin of our teeth, if we're lucky.
I've said I'm sorry. What else can I do?
Buy a louder alarm clock. This exit.
Well? Oh, the legs a bit sore, but otherwise okay.
Not you, you fool. Them.
Well, they're all in great shape. The lady looks ready for an outing.
Aye. You know the governor has her penciled in for the county stakes?
He must be competent.
Oh, yes. And that's between me and you. Huh?
It's like Piccadilly Circus around here.
ガンさん、あんまり時間ないけどもな、この前のフィリーもう一回見れるかな。
Mr. Brandt. We weren't expecting you. Or anyone else this morning.
Mr. Mishima was just saying that he'd like to have another quick look round the yard. Isn't that so?
If it's all right.
Well, I'd rather he came back when the governor was here.
Why? Got something to hide, have we?
Mr. Brandt?
I think the idea was to catch you on the op. See the place, warts and all, before making a final decision.
Oh, I get it. Feel free to look at whatever you want.
ご自由にご覧くださいとのことです。
ああ、そうか。じゃあ見よう。
I just can't figure this.
Figure what?
Well, from day one, he's been after the governor to get rid of the other owners, not take new ones on.
Two hours late.
I suppose that was my fault too. What time were we supposed to meet him?
5 o'clock. The Abbey Hotel, Kilgun Valley.
Kilgun Valley.
That's what I said.
And where's that? Precisely.
Due west. Over McGillicuddy's Reeks, then straight on till we hit the mountains.
You stupid pellets!
I bet you say that to all the boys.
Get off!
Hey, what time do you call this?
Dinner time?
Oh, you'll be working late this evening then, won't you? To catch up. This lab's supposed to be in operation before the end of the season. At this rate, it'll be Christmas before it's even built.
Joe, listen. You know how I've had 3 winners this season out of 5 rides?
Aye. Arkenfield's answer to Steve Moorcroft.
Well, what do you think?
What do you mean?
Do you think I'm good enough to hold more in top-class company?
You mean in a Group 3 race, like the County Stakes?
Joe?
tell me
What?
that you can't read a map?
He's been in a foul mood all day, simply because I was 10 minutes late.
20 minutes, and we damn near missed the plane.
We sat on the tarmac for an hour and a half.
Good evening. May I help you?
Mike Hardy, Mr. Joyce is expecting me. Sean Joyce. You know, Ireland's top bloodstock agent?
Oh, that Mr. Joyce.
Yes, that Mr. Joyce.
Never heard of him. And he is certainly not staying at my hotel.
I didn't say he was staying here. I said he was expecting me, and at 5 o'clock.
Then you're late. But as he isn't here, that doesn't matter, does it?
Phone? Over there. Call his office and find out where he is.
No change.
I think we're booked in.
Would you like a double or a twin-bedded room?
Is there another hotel in the area?
No.
Then make it 2 singles, preferably on different floors.
Come on, Lester, run! And again. How's that? How's that?
Nice one, Mo.
Good throw.
Thanks, Mr. Gray.
Need a runner?
Why?
Do you know someone?
Well played.
Well, not exactly an Ashes winning inning.
Francis will have his years. This Japanese business.
Akira Mishima.
Yes.
When did you hear about it?
Jack mentioned it. You?
Joe, last night in the pub.
It's high-profile stuff. Could be just what Mike needs. Couldn't it?
I've played poker with quite a few Japanese. East of Dover, Rachel, things are rarely what they seem.
Yeah. How are things at the yard? Good. And the lady? You're sure? I don't want any problems before the county stakes, Joe. All right. And the builders? You're joking.
Everything all right, Miss Ross?
Sorry? Fine, thank you.
Round here, I'm known as Deirdre, or the Widow Ryan. I prefer the former.
Damn it, Joe. I hope you gave him a good bollocking.
The man has a lot in his mind.
You never know where you are with him. The smallest thing upsets him and he goes off like a rocket.
No, no sign of him at all.
I'm sorry.
I called his office.
They have a lot in common.
Message on his answer phone.
Men and racehorses.
Your talents are wasted, Deirdre Ryan.
Maybe they are. But then again,
Right.
maybe they're not.
Would you believe it? I've been away 5 minutes and already liberties have been taken left, right and centre.
And that is a thing to be discouraged, in man or beast.
What's all that about?
A comparison between the human and equine psyche.
The ace in the pack, eh?
Morning, Mr. Brandt. Like I told that wee Japanese man, she'll win every race the governor enters her in, won't you, lass?
You think so?
Definitely. Even a biggie like the county stakes.
What did you say?
County Stakes, or the Charlesworth. Just so long as she's got the right rider up.
Oh, I see. Well, we all need our fantasies, don't we, Mo? Just to keep us alive. I'll see you don't do anything silly up in the gallops.
Morning. Morning.
What's all this about dangerous lady in the county stakes?
Morning.
James, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, just passing by. Thought I'd drop in for a chat.
Easy, girl, easy, easy. Look, this really isn't a very good moment.
Oh, carry on. Don't mind me. I was just wondering, how good do you think Dangerous Lady really is?
Thanks.
I'm sorry. It's just Sean Joyce, this place. I know it's no excuse, but it's beginning to feel like a wild goose chase.
And you'd rather be back at Arkenfield and not running around the Irish countryside with me.
I didn't say that.
You're right. It's no excuse. Good morning, Deirdre.
Miss Ross, there was a telephone call for you last night, Mr. Hardy.
Who's it from?
A Mr. James Brandt.
Why didn't you tell me last night?
A pair you were having such a good time, it seemed a pity to intrude.
Well, what did he want?
To tell you that Sean Joyce got held up yesterday, but he'll meet you at the Brendan Stud Ballindare this afternoon.
Where the hell's Ballindare?
Oh, about 50 miles from here, the heart of the bog country.
Why didn't Sean ring himself?
Maybe the telephones were playing up. They do that a lot round here.
But if James could... What? Never mind.
I'll make up your bill.
Thank you.
If the horse turns out to be a potential classic winner, you'll look back and laugh.
I've already got a potential classic winner. Her name's Dangerous Lady.
The fourth race this afternoon is the Tellington Handicap, post time of 3:30. This race is run over 1 mile, and the runners and drawers on the race card. Here are the riders. Number 1 is ridden by D. Amy. Number 2 by G. Sim. S. Moorcroft rides number 3. Number 4, S. Thomas. 5, Mark Craft. Number 6 is ridden by G. Wagner. 7 is ridden by T. Rude. Number 8 is ridden by Landy Gerber. Number 9 by L. Giffin. 10 by G. Pulsford. And number 11 is ridden by B. Leach.
So that's why you've been so grumpy. Dangerous Lady.
The County Stakes is in 2 weeks. It's the worst possible time to be away.
You must learn to delegate. Trust people.
Do you have any idea where we are?
Yes? Vaguely. Oh, no. Mike.
What?
I've left my computer at the hotel.
Whispering Dream goes into stall 3. Never Let Go is the next one to move up. Never Let Go just dwells slightly. And Never Let Go taking the blindfold.
Mr. Gray.
Hello, Joe.
What'll you have?
I'm all right now, thanks. Xeron?
Xeron will walk it. Because if he doesn't,
Xeron
Mr. Brandt will make my life a misery.
Moonlight Fancy.
Well, he and I both. See you in the winner's enclosure.
See you there.
4 more. Make their way into
Let me guess. He offered to buy your share of Dangerous Lady.
surf and turf.
You are a nosy Parker. How did you guess?
What did you say?
I said no.
Then I'll buy you a drink.
Champagne?
Combined to take him in. Squash racket goes.
Sean.
Hello, John.
Sean.
Rachel. Well, now, what would you have?
Georgie's nuts.
Get the horse, Mo. Jack! You all right? Oh, it's my shoulder. Oh, slowly. Ow. You all right?
Well, what do you think?
Thank you.
Past halfway now. Moon Pounder continues to lead. Moon Pounder by a length and a half from Taxless Lament in second. Blackwood Sands is third.
Go on.
And then 2 lengths from the Yang.
3 lengths clear at 4 to 1. Should be worth a bob or two.
I thought you were only in it for the love of horses.
You
finish that, will you? I'll get it.
Beginning a forward move as they move down now to the final 2 furlongs. Galloping strongly in. Lescott now clear second. Lescott followed by Blackwood.
Well done, Danny.
Thanks, Mr. Brandt.
Where's Jack?
Fine.
I'll see him in the morning.
They come down now towards the final furlong, and Moon Pounder is the leader as they go for home now. Moon Pounder.
Danny, after the weigh-in, did you see Mr. Gray?
In the ring? Why, what's up?
It's Jack Ross. He's taken a fall. Silly sods in the Royal Infirmary. You get back to the yard. I'll see you later.
I don't know. These last few days, he's just not been like himself.
Who, Jack?
No, Mr. Brandt. He's been in and out of that yard like a ferret, driving us all crazy. And as for today, well, you know what Mr. Brandt's like when he has a winner.
He can be pretty unbearable.
Yeah. Today, it was as if he just couldn't give a damn.
He has other things on his mind. All of a sudden, 49% of Dangerous Lady isn't enough. He's trying to buy out one of the other partners. Seems he's desperate to acquire a controlling interest.
Is that so? Mind you could hardly blame him. I've been in this game a brave few years, Mr. Gray, and I can tell you, that filly is the best I've ever seen. So, we needn't order the wreath just yet.
He must have fallen on his head.
Come on.
I've broken more collarbones than you've had hot favourites.
I can't wait to see Francis's face.
I don't suppose there's anywhere I could rent another car, is there?
Not at this time.
Better call the Brendan stud. Don't tell me. The phones are out?
Miss Ross has already registered. She's in room 4. You're number 5.
Thanks, John. See you in the morning, Joe.
Now, are you sure?
A handful of painkillers, a couple of scotches, I'll be as right as rain.
You take it easy.
I came straight from his party to the airport with the mother of all hangovers.
Your health.
Is it business or pleasure? Your trip?
Ah, now, Rachel, you know with me business is always a pleasure.
So what about Champion?
Champion?
The Wonder Horse and Kerry?
Kerry?
Oh, come on, Sean. You're with friends. The beast you put James Brandt onto.
Oh, not guilty, Your Honor. Now, true as God, John, if there is a super horse out there in the West, then it's news to me.
Fidelma, grand to see you. There's one or two still to come. Miss Ruff.
Deirdre.
He's gone up to see the Virgin. Taking the air out in the hill.
Then I'll wait in my room.
I think he might appreciate the company. That west wind can cut right through you. Gentlemen, if you would care to follow me.
Do you remember all those months ago?
You said it was the wrong time.
Yes, I know I did. But that was then.
I know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with this place.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes. And something Deirdre said while you were sorting the car out.
Oh, I might have guessed. Well? You gonna tell me or not?
No. Not now. Later.
Then Dangerous Lady represents young Hardy's big chance.
She's the best horse in the yard.
If James manages to gain control, he'll be able to call the shots. And that will not go down too well with Mike.
Or any of us. he finds out, there'll be hell to pay.
So, Mr. Brandt, using my name as bait, sends young Hardy off to chase rainbows.
He's miscalculated, though, hasn't he?
Well, that's a mistake that could cost him plenty.
Sean, are you keeping anything from us?
Oh, now, John, as if I would. Rachel, tell him. I'm just a poor old horse trader, trying to earn an honest crust.
This place was more dead than alive last night. You know, I reckon she's a witch.
Deirdre Ryan? Not quite.
She's the local matchmaker.
I don't believe it.
Come on.
I can't.
Oh, yes, you can.
I've got two left feet.
Joe Hogan to see Mr. Brandt.
Good of you to see me, Mr. Brandt. Thank you.
How did you know I was here?
I rang the house. Mrs. Brandt told me you were working late.
Well, spit it out then.
It's about Dangerous Lady. Word is that you're trying to buy out another member of the partnership.
That's none of your business.
You've offered top price, but had no takers. When Mr. Gray and Mrs. Ware set up the partnership, the governor had to hawk everything he owned to raise the cash. But at the end of the day, he was still short. Now, I had a wee bit of money put aside for my old age.
And you loaned him the money?
Not exactly. I rather fancied the notion of being an owner myself.
How much?
Not a lot. A few thousand.
What percentage, Joe?
The governor owns 8% of Dangerous Lady. The other 2% belong to me.
Joe! James Brandt just called. Said to tell you he's on his way.
Morning, Miss Ross.
Beautiful day, Deirdre.
Mr. Hardy.
Mrs. Ryan?
Sean, full breakfast for table 4.
Yes, Mrs. Ryan.
And put an extra egg in Mr. Hardy's plate.
Ah, the dead arose and appeared to many.
What are you doing here at this ungodly hour?
Only cutting my own throat and doing you one enormous favor. Akira Mishima.
You are working for Mishima?
Yes. Mishima wants to win a 3rd Japan Cup. My brief was to find a 2-year-old he could take back for next year's race.
But Mishima told Mike he was looking for an English trainer.
And that was just a cover, so that Mishima could take a closer look at Dangerous Lady. I set it up at James Brandt because I knew he was the major shareholder.
But Mishima wouldn't accept 49%.
No.
Because he knew the other partners would prevent him taking her out of the country.
That's it. He wasn't prepared to take that risk.
No wonder James offered us over the odds for our shares.
And you both turned him down?
Oh, come off it, Sean. You know we did.
Brandt called me late last night, John. He offered 51% of Dangerous Lady for £500,000 sterling.
Well, how did he manage that?
I don't know. But he's anxious to close the deal at Arkenfield this morning.
Why are you telling me all this? Well, the commission on £500,000 would make a hefty contribution to your pension fund.
Don't be telling me.
Are you saying you're backing out of the deal?
Yes.
Now, I know you. Either you're going soft in the head or you had a better offer.
All right. I knew Mike Hardy's father. When I was starting out, Tom Hardy was just a pipe cleaner of a stable lad, dreaming of winning the Derby. Well, he never did. But over the years, he and I, we had some great times. And at the end of all, I still have to face myself in the mirror each morning. Look, if it was me instead of Tom Hardy pushing up the daisies, I would hate like hell to know that Tom was back here, scheming to do my son down.
Joe, you know when the governor starts thinking about a pilot, would you put in a good word for me?
Would you go away and get my headpiece? And get on with what you're paid to do?
Sean Joyce?
No, John Gray. And it's dead.
What is?
The bloody horse we came all this way to see. Stupid animal got out of its field and ran under a juggernaut full of French fizzy water.
It's one of John's jokes.
Unfortunately not. Sean phoned Arkenfield last night. Apparently he couldn't get through here.
Fate. These things are meant to happen.
Yeah, you believe that. God-forsaken country. Sooner we're out of it, the better.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Lie so convincingly.
Years of practice and a public school education. Now, about James Brandt's offer.
Thank you, Deirdre.
My pleasure. And remember, don't you give him an inch.
Don't worry. I won't.
Something Deirdre said. While I was sorting out the car.
She said that any couple who fight as enthusiastically as we do must be in love.
You can't do that. We had an agreement.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brandt. I've changed my mind.
You mean you had your mind changed for you?
Mr. Gray asked me to reconsider. The decision was mine.
I'll double my offer.
No. It's not really a question of money. It's a question of loyalty. You didn't tell me you intended selling her to that Japanese gentleman. Sure, I couldn't do that. Not to the governor.
Joe, I think Mo's looking for you.
Go on, get out. He'll be out of here by the end of the week.
If I were in your shoes, James, I'd keep my mouth shut and hope that Joe does the same.
You would?
Yes, if Mike gets wind of the stunt you tried to pull.
You forget who pays the bills around here. Without me, Artie would be out of business.
Mike can stand on his own 2 feet, James. And if he does need help, there won't be a shortage of offers. Going to break it to Mishima?
As long as we all know where we stand.
James? Why? You'll probably never get a better chance to shake hands with the Queen, Mom.
Trouble with the tax man. Cass says that company profits are 60% down on last year. He's been taking the Arkenfield expenses out of the business.
Naughty.
The revenue haven't quite worked it out yet. But they will.
And that's why I wanted Mishima's money, to paper over the cracks.
In a nutshell?
Poor old James. Rachel, the idea of staging a palace coup, were you serious?
I thought you two were away to the pub.
Not in the mood. You?
No.
So one of those days.
You might say.
So you going to say anything
What, your dad?
to that lot?
No, none of their business. Rough trip. Complete waste of time. But that's racing. Mo, how's the lady?
We're ready for anything.
Good. Joe?
All things considered, it's been a tedious few days, really. Except that
Dad.
Now listen, Francis. Don't start getting on your high horse and jump into conclusions.
Except that Mr. Ross, he tripped over one of the builder's buckets. And he's broken his collarbone.
That's right. A builder's bucket. But like you say, Governor, that's racing. At the end of the day, we all have to take the rough with the smooth. Now, don't we?
There's more to we're faced with decisions, which road to follow, how hard to fight. Then you wake up and see there's much more to life. It ain't 'cause the sky on a summer day